Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, welcome back. It's Warcraft 3 Reforged, and we are finishing, well, the whole game. We're finishing the bonus campaign, The Founding of Durotar, which is the last mission of the whole game. How exciting. We're heading into Chapter 3, A Blaze of Glory. This may or may not be 2 parts, I'm not sure. Especially on hard difficulty, not sure how much longer it will take than normal difficulty. And I'd also like to do my typical post-mortem of the series. It was a long one, and there's certainly a lot to talk about with Reforged. And I just really appreciate all you folks sticking around and watching the series as I played through it. Moments later, Thrall, Rexxar, and the warriors of the Horde gather along the coastline to plan their final assault on the Grand Admiral's bastion of Theramore Isle.
Warchief, our troops are ready, but the Admiral's assembled a blockade of battleships around Theramore. There's no way we can match their firepower.
Damn it, I should have thought of this sooner. We've got to find some way to...
Thrall, Rexxar, I come in peace. You must believe me, I had no part in my father's plans. I wish none of this had ever happened. I don't know what to do.
We've bled together on many battlefields, Jaina. We've faced untold perils as allies. But your father threatens the security of our nation and the very future of my people. You know how this has to end.
I know, Thrall. Do what you must. There is a goblin shipyard on a nearby island that could provide you with warships of your own. With those, you could scatter the blockade surrounding Theramore. But please, spare my men if you can. My father will try to use them against you, but they're the only real family I'll have left when this is over. Please do this. For me.
We'll do all we can, Jaina. You have my word. Now you'd better make yourself scarce. The battle's about to begin.
Our forces are ready, Thrall. It's now or never.
See it done, Rexxar. I'll meet you at Theramore.
Okay, here we go.
Flush them out.
So we got Rexxar, Rokan, Shen, Cairn, all decked out. I realized the only major item change I could have done was utilize the shop at the end of the last mission to replace my belts of giant strength with crowns of kings. But otherwise,
What lies before
I'm very
me?
pleased with how far we've made it. And in this case, I'm pretty sure we just gotta bomb through. We just have to very slowly work our way through these outlying bases. So there's a lot of units to kill, but I'm also I'm pretty certain that I think that it's all pre-placed stuff. So once we kill everything, I don't think they replace it, but I suppose we'll find out. Let's go ahead and make sure that we focus on these towers. Heal up Misha, get more quill boards, get more wards. And Misha's soaking up all the hits from the wave tower. I remember that these are very, very strong, and you really gotta focus them down. Where's Chen? Oh, he's just sort of hidden underneath the wave tower, my bad. No, okay, they definitely do reproduce units, so we're going to want to focus down this stuff. And we have more than enough. We can go ahead and channel Stampede. That'll help against the buildings. Okay, and then just keep getting wards out. Just every individual thing that we can kill, specifically workers, even getting rid of these farms. I don't know if we have to destroy everything or just, you know, the key production structures. Similar to last mission. I went back and checked my normal playthrough just because I was so curious, and on normal, Proudmoore definitely does not just sit at 1 HP and continue to harass you like he did for me. That was just wonky. These wave towers are definitely some of the biggest... actually, I think that was just a normal arcane tower. There's the wave towers. Those are some of the more frightening things that we have to deal with. It's kind of a situation like, do I bother killing everything, or, you know, most things, or... We can do a full clear. We gotta get Kultiris, gotta get Proudmoore off of our lands. Let's kill the barracks and then we go for the wave tower. Again, the wave towers are probably the biggest issues. I'm mostly just focused on using my just, you cycle these ults and actually use them. Let's go for the wave tower, which is not attacking anything currently, which is a little odd. And I don't think that there are that many. I'm pretty confident there really aren't that many items to get on this last map, but we'll see. I totally forgot about this first section where we're supposed to be.
I wander alone.
Taking out, like making our way to the Goblin Shipyard. I completely forgot about that. Anyway, I guess kill their ships. There's crates here. There's a Goblin Merchant. Claws of attack plus 15. That's pretty good. Again, that I would consider maybe giving Chen another set of claws instead of the belts. But you know what? Nah, I don't think so. Just the extra survivability.
Force them out.
For an extra, it results in an extra 9 damage.
I'm acting on instinct.
Which, to be fair, has a chance to crit to result in times 6 that. But I'm pretty happy. By the way, our gold did carry over.
I've got the scent
for this section.
Our paths converge.
I'm not sure if it's really worth me killing every single
Flush them out.
structure. I really dislike this I hotkey from Misha.
On the prowl.
I'm going to share something with you all. I don't think I've ever really talked about this, but part of the reason that I struggle with hotkeys and I struggle with control groups is I don't touch type. I never learned to touch type, and in fact, that would actually be something that's worth my time to finally learn. And so as a result, depending on how far away the hotkey is from where my hand typically rests on the keyboard, I sometimes have to look at my keyboard to press it. And my microphone is also right in my face, so I kind of have to maneuver a little bit to do that. Now, obviously, the answer is simply learn how to touch type, which I have put in some time to attempt to start learning in the past. And also, touch typing is not the same as simply reaching over and pressing a hotkey, but it does sort of go hand in hand in being more confident in knowing that without looking, I can move my hand from its resting position on the keyboard over to hit something. This guy's level 14, so we should probably focus on. Oh, there's 2. Okay, so the paladin here is. Well, let's sheep him, and maybe we can kill him. If he bubbled, he already did, so that's good. Okay, well, it's nice to get rid of these. I don't have a dispel to get rid of the inner fire. What am I usable? Yeah, Staff of Silence, and I do have the Celestial Orb of Souls, which is fine. Tome of Knowledge. I think we just go ahead and put tomes on Chen at this point.
Lies before me.
Anyway, I technically hunt and peck. I can type at a pretty quick rate, but nowhere near as fast as if I just learned to touch type, which again is at this point I have years and years and years of muscle memory to overcome in order to do that, but that would definitely be something worth my time. And it's like I'm talking about this like, oh, what a big confession, like, oh, what a weakness. But at the same time, I mean, it is a weakness, but like it's weird to talk about because again, I've received a lot of criticism over time, justifiable in the sense that I don't play in the quote proper way, which is namely I can only play at a certain speed because of my weakness in being able to utilize hotkeys to an extent. So I get it. Believe me, like when I see people who talk about like, oh, you don't use control groups enough, you don't use. Well, the control groups thing, I can very comfortably hit 1 through 6 on my keyboard without really even looking. But like playing Doom Eternal, for example, trying to get in the art of quick switching, you probably want to remap your keys so that they're a little bit closer.
There, the Goblin Shipyard Jaina spoke of. Now we can hire the Juggernauts to help us break the blockade.
Cool, we got a lot of money too.
I've got the scent.
I guess let's clean this out because this is gonna kill this last wave tower is gonna hit my boats. But like that's an example where like you want to hit 5 for super shotgun, 6 for ballista, 2 for heavy cannon so that you can do a quick scope. Like doing that in quick succession I'm a lot slower at doing that, and I guess it's just it's building that muscle memory. But I think building that type of muscle memory would come easier if I had learned to touch type in the first place and not being in the habit of having to look at my keyboard. And I don't stare at my keyboard while I type, but I have to glance, is kind of the whole idea here. So it's not so much, again, the muscle memory per se, it's simply the habit. Yeah, I mean, it's still muscle memory to an extent, but it's the habit of looking at my keyboard when I want to push something. And then what I do is I catch myself hitting one key and then, but actually hitting like 2 keys. So a lot of the times when I'm pressing something and I miss a key and select the wrong unit, it's a result of that happening. A Glyph of Omniscience is cool.
I'm ready to
So now we can see everything. I guess come on down here and you guys can keep attacking these. So this is an instance, I think, where we just want to bring our heroes and just drop them on some of the islands. These are frigates. Can we buy more? Interesting, we only have 3 battleships. I wonder if you automatically do get more.
unleash my strength.
I would really hope so.
I've got the scent.
Okay, let's load up. Because I do think, you know, strategically, for strategy games, I typically have the right idea. Not all the time, but I think I typically have the right idea. And part of the issue, again, I have is I can't execute as quickly as I would like to in certain circumstances, simply because I just can't hit the keys. Like, my brain is working faster than my fingers can react. That's a lot of gyrocopters. That's what the frigates are for. We gotta get over here and kill these gyrocopters, I think. Let's unload here. Please, please, boat. Well, I think we technically can't unload there. Well, we're gonna see if we end up getting more boats or not. Yes, okay, good. Interesting that you don't have to buy those. So then, and then what I'll do with my heroes is I can just run them in. I mean, you get new transport ships anyway. Just run them in and unload. As long as we're not close to the wave tower, we should be able to get our heroes off the boat. Just like this. And then this is all connected so we can destroy all of these, which should allow my ships mostly to be able to get through there eventually. This is an interesting little section. Anyway, I could talk about this, you know, just repeating the same thing over and over, but that's the ultimate point. Is I do feel that my mechanical skill is capped simply because there's a fundamental separate skill that I never fully fleshed out in my life, which again is touch typing. At least I can still type fast enough to accomplish what I need in terms of typing and, you know, using messaging software and things like that.
What lies before me? Our
But
paths
the
converge.
but is it's just not again at the speed that I would prefer. Okay, anyway, back to the game. So let's go for frigates. I need these guys attacking the gyrocopters. I don't think are doing. Yeah, so my frigates can take care of the gyrocopters. I need my battleships taking care of the enemy battleships. And then we're getting new frigates down here, which is nice. And meanwhile, let's go ahead and load up. And I'm just going to suicide up here. The mortar teams won't be able to hit me, nor will the cannon tower. I'm going to just flee for a moment. Yeah, my heroes are so strong, it makes sense to me to use them instead of just the boats. I wish... Can you rally to other battleships? Because that would be nice. Okay, so this area right here seems like the main section. Is there a reason this isn't shooting at me? Like, Chen is right on top of it. It is not attacking him. They are rebuilding out of that. What I'm gonna... Let's come down here and destroy this wave tower so that I can get my boats through this middle channel to go for the last battleship group. And if they, you know, if they die, at the end of the day, that's fine.
Don't worry. Be happy. Out.
My primary concern is just getting up there and, you know, let them attack and do what they need to do to attack the boats. We're going to get new ones for free, and then I can focus on my hero group here. Misha. So, like, right there, every time I get Misha out and I want to hit I have to look. So that's why I typically will just click.
What lies before me?
Whereas, you know, Q, that's right where my hand is resting, and I can use my left ring finger to hit that, and that's no problem. And you do see in newer games that there is an avoidance in using cross-keyboard hotkeys. So that, I mean, that exists that way, I think, because they recognize, not for people like me per se, but it's just inconvenient. Even if you could, I mean, I don't know, folks that can't touch type for an I hotkey, if your hand is resting on typical WASD, do you look at your keyboard to reach over and hit I, or can you just reach over and hit I from that resting position? I'm curious now to hear what, you know, folks that are already typing without looking at the keyboard at all, if that's the situation that they're in as well. All right, so I think this middle part is all connected, so I'm going to finish this. How do we get up here with my boats? I think we have to go all the way up and around, which is going to require me to take this out. I could probably kill this with Shockwave just sitting here. Is it efficient to do that? I don't know. And it looks like the shockwaves are typically not moving. Like they...
On the prowl.
Like this one's just sitting there. There it goes. No, see, it does. It moved and tried to get us. So Rokan, just go ahead and kill this. My heroes can kill the towers. Okay, so that one way back there is now done. Let's move up with the boat, and then I'm just going to cross them over to this middle island here. Take out the cannon tower, and that frees my ships to clear out whatever's up there. I could use my boats to attack cannon towers too, but I actually think, as much as I dislike having to load and unload the boats, because it's clunky, it's still faster for my heroes to do it, because they're just that strong. Okay, so now let's go ahead and sail through here and just auto-attack up in this direction, and we'll get more boats later. No land bridge, so we're going to have to do this ourselves. There are... See, like, I could get a giant sea turtle here, or a that's kind of cool. You could hire a Hydra.
What lies before me?
Who am I missing? Oh, there's Rokan. I'm like, who am I missing in this group?
Our paths converge. I've got the scent.
Okay, that one's done. Very nice. And then...
We're under attack!
I don't see any extra crates or anything like that. That was the only shop. I guess let's just attack with these boats, and they'll figure it out. This is actually the last one, so my heroes are about to do it for me. Very nice. We've broken the blockade. I'm gonna get these. I wonder if these carry into the next part. I have plenty of money, so why not?
The blockade is broken. Board the transports quickly. We must land on Theramore and crush the Admiral's defenses.
You've done well, Rexar. You're a natural leader. You remind me of Hellscream in a way.
Thank you, War Chief. Now only one task remains. We must storm the Citadel and deal with Admiral Proudmoore once and for all.
Wait. Wait, what? This is a separate mission? What? Am I crazy? Have there always been 4 maps instead of 3? What has happened? Okay, I need to do some research. Obviously, something has gone terribly wrong. Has this counted as, Hang on now. Just let me check my collection. Is it marked as me completing... It's marked as me completing the whole game. Okay, well, obviously, I will go back and get myself into the last section of the map. It's too bad, though, like, in terms of saves and stuff. I didn't save right before that ended. I should have just hit continue and seen what happens, but that's That's weird. Okay, I'll be back, assuming I can figure out how to get this last part to fire. Interesting. Alright, well, hang on just a sec. Okay, I figured it out. It's still really weird, and I'll make sure to report this as a bug on the forums. I'll show you. So once we get through this section, I'll skip the cutscene, and I know what happened and why this didn't work. It still shouldn't function this way. It's still wrong, but I think I figured out why it happened the way that it did. So after this, it's going to tell me victory after we skip this.
The blockade is broken.
So I hit quit campaign. If you hit continue, it still takes you out to this screen. Whether you hit continue or quit, it takes you here. It's the exact same outcome. The difference is, when I hit quit campaign continue, it booted me back to the campaigns menu, but if I hit continue and then continue again, it takes me to the loading screen for Theramore City. While the blockade ships burn and sink to the bottom of the sea, the Horde lands upon the shore of Theramore Isle and assails the walls of the city. As the orcs begin their slaughter, years of oppression at human hands fills them with hatred and rage as they begin their final push towards Admiral Proudmoore himself. And I guess, in a way, it's sort of fitting that we found a really weird bug. And honestly, this one affected gameplay more than anything else, because you just miss an entire submap. So this is, again, of all the weird stuff that we may have found, this one is the most impactful. It's fitting that on the last mission, it is this way, I suppose, considering the debacle that is Warcraft 3 Reforged. Let's go.
Now, warriors, we must storm the Citadel. We must find Admiral Proudmoore and put an end to him. Only then will our nation be safe.
Loktar Ogar! For the Horde! For Durotar!
We are with you, Rexar. Lead on.
Okay, so we did get a checkpoint. Let me make sure that that's... Yeah, see, Theramore City checkpoint. Huh. And maybe someone else can comment if you've run into this same issue. I'm curious to hear if this is working the same way for everybody. And also, if this worked this way in the original game, I don't know. I can go and check my old video to see if when I was playing on normal difficulty in Classic, if it worked the same way or not. Weird stuff. Okay, so here we are in Theramore. There's a shop up there. There's a shop there. Fountain there. You're able to control your heroes while attempting to kill Admiral Proudmoore. The rest of your army will automatically engage Proudmoore's forces. Okay.
I'm ready to track.
So here we are.
My old bones ache.
And let's just pick a direction, and we have to get in there and start attacking towers. And I may want to split up my army, because if I remember correctly, Proudmoore will push back pretty heavily against you. And I think I'm really just going to focus on getting wards down, getting my summons out. And then focus on killing these wave towers, because this is what stops my army from really making it in. Also, there are entrances to the city on the sides there, but it looks like they're actually closed. So let's, I guess, ignore those for now. Got Stonewall Ogres helping us out. That's good stuff. So this could be quite time-consuming. We will see. So the first part took me about 15 to 20 minutes, I think, plus the goofy bug. And see, and then this is where we can use... Yes, okay, good. That does bring back my other units, which is perfect. We've got units coming in. I want to throw down, I think, shockwaves on the buildings. And I think my main focus, again, really needs to be on the structures. They're going to have a lot of stuff coming in. And we can thin it out as best we can, but I would prefer, again, to focus on the structures that are going to be pushing back my extra units. So again, we take care of each of these. I think my allies can take care of the arcane towers. What I really need to focus on are these water towers, wave towers, what have you. And one thing I would hope is that we're getting blood. I think my heroes are getting bloodlusted by my allies. It looks like it. How long? Okay, that's like 4 minutes, but that's all right. Again, we want to use that pretty much every time. We've led to a giant clump up here, and I gotta be careful my units don't get stuck.
I'm acting on instinct.
I wonder if this mission's been reterrained to actually match Theramore in some way.
Acting on instinct.
We want to find where these units are being built from and just kind of dive the production structures. We have to be careful, though, that they don't make it into my allied bases. I don't want to open these gates. Like, yes, it might lead to these units being able to get shortcuts into the enemy base, but I also don't want to... I don't want to risk one of those outlying bases getting overrun. Alright, I'm stuck.
Force them out.
So I'm just gonna work my way through this stuff. Rokan is, well, he should be able to get through now. I just want to keep my heroes together. And they're coming from, see, there's Theramore. This is like friendly Theramore. And I think we just want to avoid them. And they may continue sending units at us regardless. I'm not sure. Let's ignore these units and just go for getting Rokan in here. What I don't know is if my allies will... they should ignore... I think they should ignore this stuff, ultimately. We got a lot of Horde forces in the city, so at the moment I'm just going to ignore pretty much everything and go for the towers, and that's it. So let's do exactly that. Got some units coming in on top of us. Again, the faster we can kill the towers, the better. We can stampede, we can do all sorts of stuff to help us out, but for now... Every time we cast a spell, it resets what they're focused on attacking, and my units will not automatically attack the wave tower, unfortunately. See, these gates, I don't really want to open those. Though maybe you only want to open them once you kill the wave towers. That's just so much HP, and they do magic damage, which is going to tear up a lot of our Horde ground units. And they're getting stuck, man. Major frame drop there. Jeez, oh man. Okay, and as long as we're killing towers, again, that is what allows my units to really get through. How are we doing on Celestial Orb? I think that actually was a good... I think that was a good choice to keep on us this mission. Every so often we just turn and we give him the Chen Blast. Can he crit buildings, do you think? I assume so. We'll keep an eye out. I haven't seen one pop out for... I haven't been watching, but I'll be watching now. Okay, take care of this. I mean, that's just straight up Paladin Resurrection. That's awesome.
On the prowl. I'm acting on instinct.
Okay, open it up, open it up. So I need to pick a direction. Yeah, I can't navigate through here. See, I'm gonna have trouble getting across this bridge. I could also choose to come up here. I just need to pick a way to go. It's just my units are gonna get stuck in certain locations. We're getting a good amount of XP, and we're getting it globally from what I can tell. No, we're not getting it globally. Anyway, I'd like to get through here. Can't go that way. I need to get through this area. I think I'll keep pushing from this direction. I think that the layout's been changed, because I remember getting stuck with enemies overrunning my outlying bases very quickly and easily. So we need to be extra careful. It's another instance where I just want to get my... It's level 13. I just want to get my summons out and then focus fire the towers, because that's what's causing me the biggest headache. And it's going to cause my allies the biggest headache. We might as well be healing them, too. Okay, we don't want to destroy these barracks. What it does do is it allows for Theramore, like, unlimited units. They'll keep building out of them, but honestly, that's just the way it is. Keep Rokan kind of in the front. Heal here. I have a lot of allies here. Oh, Rexo's not my actual... There we go. I'm trying real hard to take care of these towers. This guy's in the way. There we go. Now we have a lot of guys attacking this. Okay, we have a huge pushback here. I may actually want to get the Town Portal Scroll to ensure that they're not able to get back through here to push us back. Or we split our heroes up, which I'm not a big fan of, but I think we're going to have to do it. Getting points, which is great. Karen can get his final skill point. All right, I have to go back to ensure that Ford doesn't get absolutely massacred. We can start cutting off these reinforcements from the back end.
I'm acting.
So we should be able to clear this out pretty easily, but again, we have to get back here soon enough to ensure that the whole wave doesn't get pushed back. But we'll be fine once we get there. And do we have Resurrect up? We shouldn't. Yeah, about a minute. And we're getting leveled up pretty quick.
Unleash my strength.
Okay, so this is where we need to get in here and just massacre these folks. Let's use our ultimates. And we just need to thin this out as best we can. As long as we can thin it out, then the Horde will be able to push it back eventually. And then we have to pick an angle and help them continue pushing forward. There we go, and again, we're cutting off reinforcements as best we can, and by cutting them off, it'll allow the Horde to rebuild a large pushback force. 18 seconds on Resurrect. And just like that, we're starting to push them back. We were very close to some of the production structures. So it's just like you have to push pretty hard in one specific direction to help your units get in there in the first place. All right, we're starting to push back. This is a large knight group. I think we have to go and clear this out. Again, I don't think that opening the gates would really help because it might actually make things worse as we try to get through these areas, but I'm not sure.
Our paths
Okay, let's throw down a Resurrect. That did not resurrect nearly as much as I would have hoped. I'm going to go this way.
I've got the scent.
Who am I missing? Rokan.
I hear you, man. I wander alone.
Okay, I am now across the way. And I need to kill these cannon towers because my units, my allied units weren't able to get across here. Also, Rokan is going to get stuck very quickly. Unless we can get him through, like, right now. Come on, Rokan, don't get stuck. Not having, like, push priority not really being a thing that exists in this game is challenging. So this is, I think, let's just make sure we're quick saving. This is all about just ensuring that we are responding when there's a big clump up of Theramore units and making sure that we're backing up and helping our units push where necessary. And I think the problem is that Theramore has 3 avenues to get in while we only have 1, and that's because I haven't opened the side paths. But I'm afraid that opening the side paths is going to actively result in more problems. Because again, all my units are coming in the same way, which is good because they're splitting up properly to ensure that Theramore stuff can get through. Alright, and again, eventually we might want to back up to ensure that that doesn't get overrun. I'm sort of curious to see what would happen if we open this up, but I don't want to necessarily risk it. Obviously, units would be able to get up here faster. That would be the main change. Staff of Silence doesn't have much value here, but it will. It certainly will. All right, this is a problem because it's going to take a really long time to take this out. We can hit it from over the wall, right? And then my other heroes will kind of cover us. Bottom right looks like it's going okay. What is this over here? Oh, just like riderless horses. No. I want you still attacking it. Cool beasts. If you can't attack it, I need you attacking it. That's in a real dick place. Let's go ahead and use Voodoo Spirits again as we push forward up and up and up. This is just a bloodbath. My units are getting stuck on towers. That's all right. I mean, as long as we're cutting off the Theramore stuff. As long as we kind of keep it at a standstill. No. Keep going. Oh, we could have gotten 2 heroes in there attacking this at once. There we go. All right, that's done. Again, I'm keeping an eye on the bottom right. We can always get down there and throw in a big resurrect.
My strength.
Is the layout of Theramore here similar to the layout of Theramore when we were here last? Because that would be cool, but I actually don't think that is the case.
I'm ready to track. My quarry is on the prowl.
All right, let me swing down here. I can get rid of these towers. Again, my extra units, they don't bring anything that does siege damage. They're going to struggle against this stuff.
Flush them out.
He was attacking it through the wall. Good job, man.
I'm acting on.
Let's see what this is. Access to, like, being able to access, like, the canals to get around the city would be cool, too. Bottom right's going to need us to help push it back very soon.
I've got the scent.
Very soon, I think, is going to need our help. Yeah, they're starting to build up. Is there a way... Is this connected in some way that I could make our way around? It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. I might have to wait for them to push a little bit harder, because I can't get through these little sections.
Our paths converge.
We were very close to getting in here. If we can get in and just focus down some of the barracks, that would thin out the enemy reinforcements significantly.
On the prowl. I've got the scent.
Let's just get up here and destroy these towers. I can start ignoring units for the most part. Do not destroy any Theramore. Oh, that's a main objective. Interesting.
My glory nears.
It's still, I mean, it's like a standstill, but not really. They're like right on the cusp of getting absolutely massacred. Maybe we can get over here and kill just a couple of these wave towers, and then we'll back up. We made it pretty far on the other side of the other side of the river. Okay, I'm happy to ignore the units. I just want to kill the structures so that when we do make a difference in the tug of war. Yeah, see, this is what's pushing them back. There's just a huge buildup. Wave towers, 11 armor. 11 fortified armor is bananas. Okay, so attacking here is going to draw the ire of the enemy units. I just want to attack the buildings. I'm a bit reticent to even summon stuff because it's going to reset aggro on my units. Okay, I'm thinking now we're going to want to turn around. Again, we just got to make sure we don't get stuck on bridges either. It's just the Theramore units are stronger than the Horde units at this point. Everything is 3-3, but no armor upgrades. It's weird. Well, one unit had an armor upgrade, which was odd. Nice, Rokan getting his levels. I do feel like we're gaining levels at a pretty fast rate here.
Ready to track.
Okay, so we cleared that out, and let's leave.
I'm acting on instinct.
All the red units coming in from this base are getting stuck on this giant battle, so let's go and thin it out. And once again, we've done really good work in pushing through a lot of the static defense to get us on top of the production that we can destroy. So the sooner that we can do that, the better. And I think all we have to do, we just got to start diving on top of barracks and stuff like that. See, if I would have opened this gate, fewer units would have been joining this battle, and this would have gotten pushed through much, much faster. I'm going to open those side gates, but not yet, basically. Let's use Big Bad Voodoo. Let's use Rexar's ultimate. Throw down any AoE that we can. And then Shen. Give me your AoE. Again, I'm pretty confident that my allies will be able to start pushing this back soon, assuming we start pushing through this. Shen getting his levels, exactly what needs to happen. Cairn getting his levels. Nice, okay, we're all leveling up around the same time. Okay, and now the opposite's going to start happening. His stuff is going to start flooding in from the other side if we're not careful. And then And let's also... Oh, no corpses. I guess because we waited... Like, by the time we got down here, everything was already dead. Alright, so I'm just gonna walk up here, and I'm just gonna walk in and go for, like, the barracks, for example. I'm just gonna right-click that. As soon as we can get rid of some of these production structures, that's gonna make an enormous difference as far as I can tell. And the thing that's gonna take the longest to destroy are the wave towers, which is what's stopping our allies from being able to push in any stronger. But for right now, I'm mostly just concerned about their ability to actually produce. And every little bit that we can get through this, the faster this will go. There we go. Then we can clear out the units and then continue with our rampage. Yeah, we don't have any units that would be resurrected to help us here. Oh god, what a massacre. What are they getting stuck on? Okay, ignore this stuff. Ignore this stuff. Yeah, we got plenty of health. We're just gonna go straight for the structures. If we can clear out the right side of structures here, then we can go to the left and again do the same thing. Every individual structure that we wipe out is gonna make a big difference. And as soon as we get up to level 15 as well on all of our heroes, what are we on? 14, 14, 14. Yeah, they're all level 14. So. Let's see, what's left? Okay, my allies will kill the towers, assuming that we can actually destroy all of the production structures. What is this, by the way? Magic rings and things. There's nothing... Oh, wait. No, I like the aura that we're getting instead. Okay, again, going for the production structures, and that's pretty much it. This is going to get pushed back relatively soon, but that's okay. We're deep in enemy territory, and you can see there's really nothing coming to meet these guys anymore. So we're just going to dive all the production structures. This stuff will still come out of Jaina's buildings, unfortunately, but... ultimately, this is gonna go pretty well. It's hard for me to decide when to use Stampede. On the prowl. Let's do it now, actually. Never even looked at the hotkey for that one. Be happy. Very nice. Look at how much money we have too. It's crazy. Okay, I guess I'll let him channel that for a while.
I'm acting on instinct.
Okay, is there any production there? No, that's Theramore production.
Unleash the beast.
Let's go ahead and move up. Is he still channeling that? No, he's done now. Let's go up again. I'm just going to kill as much of the production as possible, just to thin it out so that the Horde can actually get in, and then I'm going to open up those side entrances.
By fang and claw.
And then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is where the reinforcements that are bottling up this are coming from. So as soon as we can break this open, the better. Again, I'm not sure if I should break open those side gates or not, because the Jaina production structures...
I wander alone.
The Jaina production structures, like this one, for example... Well, no, never mind. The gates are in the right... The gates are in an okay spot to ensure that doesn't get messed up. After we do this, we can consider going straight for the Admiral, because if there's nothing really to stop us, we can ignore the towers, because my allies will eventually get to them, and the tug of war will work in our favor. Because we're stopping, again, we'll have an advantage on our Horde.
What lies before me?
Our Horde buddies.
On the prowl. I'm ready to try.
Because there's way less coming out of from enemy
instinct.
structures in order to get to them. The question is, do I want to bother with a lot of these structures? I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. Then we can swing down and open this up. And then we'll have units flooding in from different directions, which is, that's good stuff. But Jaina is going to continue... Well, not Jaina, but, the green will continue producing things out of these sides, which is not great for me, but we also want to try to get up to level 15. We're very, very close with all of them.
Their eyes what lies before me.
So, as I said, I was
paths
a little
converge.
hesitant to open these,
We're under attack!
but now my units can start taking shortcuts
Force them out. I'm ready to
and be able to
track.
start hitting all of the different towers instead of just
I've
certain
got the
ones.
scent.
So let's come down here and break these.
I wander alone.
And in terms of time, I think I'm comfortable with where we're at because I mean, getting to Proudmoore himself is painful. This mission does feel different than the first time I played it. I vaguely remember struggling a little bit more and just sort of abandoning the tug of war and going straight for Proudmoore, but this is not too bad. I never checked this. We can go and look on the way back up.
My quarry nears.
Hopefully I don't regret opening these gates.
On the prowl. My fang and claw.
Okay,
I'm
it's
acting
open.
on instinct. I've got the scent.
Main push again is down the middle, so let's just auto attack up here, and we can help along the way. I just want to see what's in this shop because if there's a Crown of Kings, obviously we can make an easy
On
replacement.
the prowl.
Wouldn't it be funny if there's something amazing in one of these barrels?
I'm
Plus
acting
3 L
on
stats, plus
instinct.
armor. If it also provided the aura, then yeah, I'd take it. But
I wander
unfortunately,
alone.
we know that it does not. So nice. So all of our sides are properly
Our
pushing.
paths converge.
Oh, this poor guy.
I've got the scent.
Wonder how he ended up over there.
I've got the scent.
So they're essentially they're spawn camping the Jaina buildings that we can't kill. That's fine with me. Unfortunately, navigating this city is a bit of a pain.
Unleash my
Who got left behind and/or trapped? It's Cairn. Just ignore. Again, my allies. The waves are becoming enormous, so we can ignore that. I think it's neat how the majority of your forces, like it's trolls and ogres
Our paths converge.
and Tauren, because it's like it's the horde that you
acting on
helped build.
instinct.
I guess that's just the horde tech tree, you know. But this arcane tome of incredible power will permanently increase all these stats. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna put those on Chen.
Another
Can I
round?
help you?
Increases heroes' hit points and mana by 400 while worn. This is, you know, these are good. This is good stuff.
Take heart, young one.
You seem a little parched.
I'm gonna replace
Yes,
the belt of
Mother
giant strength on
Angelina.
Cairn
Unleash
Take your
my
time. Look
strength.
around.
and just give him the pure survivability. God, look at how much health and mana he has.
Is trouble
Whereas
brewing?
Chen, I'm
lies
going to keep the
before
belt
me?
because that plus 6 damage again
I'm
translates
acting
to
on
higher
instinct.
crit damage over time. So what I could do is help my units get through all of the towers. If I help them through the towers, then they can help me against Proudmoore. Alternatively, I can just go up there and do it myself. Because I'm also afraid that
I
we're going to start
wander
having major
alone.
path blocking issues if we wait for my units
I've
to get
got
up
the
there.
scent.
These look like super duper towers.
The Admiral's elite guard are trying to cut us off. Slay them all.
No, come back. I just don't want to fight you under the towers.
Save your point.
I also kind of want to kill these guys
I
before
must
they...
admit, you orcs are more tenacious than I remembered. I thought you savages would have turned on each other by now.
This is not the horde you remember, old man. We have no interest in conquest or murder. We have paid for the sins of our forebears in blood.
Can your blood atone for genocide, orc? Your horde killed countless innocents with its rampage across Stormwind and Lordaeron. Do you really think you could just sweep all that away and cast aside your guilt so easily? No, your kind will never change, and I will never stop fighting you.
Okay. Alright, so I wanted to destroy these towers. I saw, as soon as I saw that paladin coming down, I'm like, well, shit. We got resurrections happening. One thing I wonder is if your allies would basically beat this for you at a certain point. Here he comes. I think we only have to kill him.
Acting on instinct.
And again, if we're very diligent, we may be able to just do this without even... Like, again, like our allies would eventually get in there and do this for us. I don't know. Could be interesting. Alright, let's kill Yuzan. Because he's a clown. Down he goes. He does not have a resurrection. And it's actually cool to have done this, like, I feel like, quote, the proper way, and making sure that my allies actually made it into the fight, as opposed to just diving Proudmoore. Makes me feel like I did it right. Oh, okay, look, Proudmoore. We killed you before. You just refused to die. You were too angry to die. But today, you will properly die. You will properly fall. Warcraft 2 throwback. Give me silence. I think there's just too much in here for him to contend with. That's all it comes down to. We should kill this level. We should kill this silly that guy first. Oh my God! Look at Cairn getting roasted. That's all right. You know what? He's got reincarnate, and that's what it's for. Oh, he came back real quick. You see how fast he reincarnated? Wow. Good stuff. Good stuff.
It's over. Stand down, humans.
Father, why wouldn't you listen?
Above all else, Jaina, he was a proud warrior. Remember him as such.
Durotar is now safe. We have no further quarrel with these humans. We will leave your isle in peace, Jaina. I pray we never have to come here again. Farewell, sorceress. You saved our nation, Rexar. For that, I can never repay you. Will you return to Durotar with us and make a new home for yourself?
I appreciate your offer, Thrall. But I am Mok'Nathal, a wanderer. I belong in the wilds amidst the beasts and elements of the land. But know this, brother. I will always be a part of the Horde. I will always be there when you need me. Farewell.
So I don't know where Rexar is now in World of Warcraft, but I know in Vanilla and like Burning Crusade times, I think he just wandered around Maraudon, which is a zone in Kalimdor. I think. I just vaguely remember he just sort of wanders around. It's just him and Misha just walking around, and I think it's Maraudon. I might be wrong about that. So look at that. We've completed Warcraft 3 Reforged, for better or for worse. Okay, so with that, the Jaberino Warcraft 3 Reforged showcase/semi-walkthrough for hard difficulty comes to a close. It's been a long series. I did struggle with motivation at times. I took breaks when necessary. And I take responsibility for that mostly because I played Classic so soon to the release of Reforged. And I think we all assumed there would be more differences, more noticeable changes, and that would have kept things a little more engaging. But regardless, I did have a good time playing this again when I had the spark to play it. And I hope you enjoyed watching it. And based on viewership, there's a large silent majority of people that did enjoy watching it. And I think even the folks that were really disappointed with the Warcraft 3 Reforged release, which is most of us, I include myself in that group, still, I hope you all enjoyed watching my playthrough of it. Because I obviously didn't make the game. I'm making a playthrough for you to watch as entertainment. And this has been a long last video, so I think this is a good spot to close it out. Leave your thoughts below on the series. I'd love to hear what you think and, what I could do better to appeal more to you all who are watching a series like this. I understand a large portion of my viewer base is looking for just more Warcraft 3 content. What I mean is more, what is it about the Jaberino brand, for lack of a better way to describe it, that really brings you here to watch this content. And maybe it is simply because I'm one of the few people that is showcasing custom Warcraft 3 content. I don't know, but that's what I'd like to hear feedback from you on. So let me know in the comments, especially some of you folks out there who are watching that don't normally comment. I'd be really happy to hear from you. All right, so thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next series. Bye-bye.